This holiday season, recharge with the Planet Fitness Black Card for just $1 down and $24.99 a month. So instead of fighting a stranger in the mall over a stuffed T-Rex, bring a friend for free and work out on the TRX. Instead of freezing in line for a lame holiday deal, relax in the Black Card spa with some hydro massage feels. Instead of being trapped at your in-laws, escape to any of our 2,600 Planet Fitness locations. Sign up today for the Planet Fitness Black Card. Just $1 down and $24.99 a month. Deal ends Friday, December 6th. See Club for details.
All right, Wilson, we're ready for the day. Downtown Billings, 39 degrees out there. 6:32, here's a look at First News. Fair, accurate, you get the damn truth. Already reeling from their defeat in November, Democrats now grappling with Joe Biden's pardoning of his son for his federal felony convictions. After their party spent the last 9 years slamming Donald Trump that he was a threat to democracy and nobody operates above the law. The White House is defending the pardon, claiming prosecution was politically motivated. It wasn't politically motivated when he filled out his applications for guns, when he decided not to pay his taxes. None of that was politically motivated. He did that on his own. In fact, the explanation did not satisfy some Democrats who were angry that Biden's reversal could make it harder to take on Trump. Kash Patel, well known for years with Donald Trump, loyal supporter, been picked to be the FBI head, receiving fresh attention from the public and from Congress. Now that Trump has selected him, faces a bruising Senate confirmation fight. Patel can expect scrutiny over his book and other interviews and how he wants to overhaul the FBI. The FBI has been compromised over the last years. President Donald Trump, demanding now the immediate release of Israeli hostages that are being held in Gaza. He said, if you're not freed before he is sworn into office, there will be hell to pay. Trump wrote on his Truth Social site, please let this truth serve to represent that if hostages are not released prior to January 20th of 25, the date that I proudly assume office as President of the United States, there will be all hell to pay in the Middle East and those in charge who perpetrated these atrocities against humanity. So there you go. The warning is already out to Iran and everyone else in the Middle East. There's a new sheriff in town. Israel unleashed a wave of airstrikes across Lebanon yesterday. This after agreeing to a ceasefire with the terrorists. Strikes came after a Lebanese militant group fired projectiles over Israel. That's a violation of the ceasefire. Police in Hawaii said that a woman who disappeared after landing in L.A. was seen crossing into Mexico alone with her luggage. The L.A. police chief made comments during a press conference yesterday, said that about 12 noon on November 12th, Anna Kabaski walked into the tunnel that leads to Mexico. They said there is no evidence that she was being trafficked or a victim of foul play. Police said the case is now classified as voluntarily missing person. A Delaware judge reaffirmed a ruling that Tesla must revoke Elon Musk's $1 million pay package. Judge Monday rejected an equality, unprecedented, and massive fee request by plaintiff attorneys. Rulings came in a lawsuit that was filed by Tesla stockholder who challenged his compensation package that carried a value of $56 billion. The judge ruled in January Musk engineered the pay package, and the judge refused to visit her initial ruling in 2018 that said it was okay. Lake effect snow still falling parts of New York, Pennsylvania, Michigan. Result of that moist air blowing over the Great Lakes. Meteorologists said the warm temperature of the water sends moisture into the atmosphere, and that makes the snow. Over the weekend, some places got as much as 4 feet in that area. Weather Service said forecasting lake effect snow is very difficult to do. Years after COVID-19 ruined all of Americans' lives, disrupted our schools, nearly every state is still struggling now with attendance. New information was released yesterday about the effect of the COVID-19 rules and regulations that were put on everyday average Americans, our kids in our schools. Harder on Native American students. We'll have an article on that for you in a moment. A woman who admitted to drinking and who was driving well over the twice the speed limit smashed into a golf cart, killed a bride who just got married in South Carolina. Got 25 years. Jamie Lee Komorowski pleaded guilty, reckless homicide, felony driving under the influence. He was drinking at several bars, was driving 65 miles an hour on a road when she slammed into a golf cart that was leaving a wedding, had the bride in it, still wearing her wedding dress. We've told you the Supreme Court going to hear arguments today, case involving Tennessee's ban on gender-affirming care for the youngest of our young children. 26 states have adopted laws restricting and banning the care for these minors. The court will weigh in on whether Tennessee's law violates the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment, requiring that people in similar circumstances be treated the same under the law. China has announced a ban on some exports to the U.S. of a key high-tech material with potential military applications. This after Washington expanded its list of Chinese companies that are subject to export controls on computer chip-making equipment, software, and other bandwidth memory chips. Chips are needed for advanced applications. Beijing earlier required exporters to apply for licenses to send these important materials like gallium and germanium and others to the United States. 140 companies newly included in this entity list are subject to export controls now based in China. Federal Reserve officials said they're leaning towards supporting another interest rate cuts when the Fed meets in 2 weeks. Speaking at George Washington University, Christopher Waller is a key member of the Fed's board of governors, said he's confident inflation could be heading lower now. It affects many consumer and business loans, your credit cards, everything. He noted there's a risk that inflation could be getting stuck, though, above the Fed's 2% target level, so they might keep it unchanged. Alaska Airlines said an unspecified technology issue caused the temporary grounding of flights in Seattle. The company said that the issue Monday morning resulted in a significant disruption of their operations and delayed flights. They requested a 40-minute ground stop at Seattle Airport to clear any aircraft congestion. No further details given. Working to resolve the issue back in September. Alaska Airlines flights were grounded in Seattle, what the company called disruptions from a technology problem. You ever flown Alaska Airlines?
Yes.
I've flown to Phoenix on that once, and I went to Seattle once, but pretty cheap fares. You get nothing. I mean, you just go in, and all the seats are the same, and they don't even, there's no beverage cart or anything. You just go in there. But
so, yeah, that should be Must-Haven Airlines.
Yeah.
Look, we're all getting there at the same time. Sit down.
That's right. It's not bad, but they just don't have the planes and things that other airlines do. Technology stocks pulled Wall Street to another record yesterday. S&P 500 was up. Dow fell 0.3 of a point. NASDAQ was up. Super Microcomputer, which is a stock that's been on an AI-driven roller coaster, soared yesterday. Also, some news about Black Friday sales might have been better than what people thought. Helped fuel that market. Oil's about $68, $69 a barrel. Been stuck there for a while for the last few days. President-elect Donald Trump said he's going to attend the reopening of the Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris this weekend. First foreign trip since the election. It'll open after 5 years of reconstruction following that devastating fire. The invite-only ceremony is Saturday and Sunday. High security affair, 50 heads of state government all expected to attend. Trump announced his trip on Truth Social Monday, said it'll be a very special day for everyone in Paris. We told you earlier about the COVID-19, how it disrupted schools in every state. Attendance was worse for Native American students and Alaska Native students. A lot of them missed more school than other students were across the country. And they are still, at this point, struggling with attendance. Out of 34 states with data available for the 2022-23 school year, half had absenteeism rates for Native Americans and Alaska Native students 9 percentage points higher than the state average. And it could cost them down the road lost skills that they get from the classrooms. The majority of Native American Alaska students were chronically absent, and that rose from 22% in 2018 to 19 to 45% 2022 to 23 as chronically absent from school. Travelers heading home over Thanksgiving, new record, 3.1 million were screened on Sunday. That broke the old record by 74,000. Even so, a lot of flights were delayed and canceled on Sunday, 6,800, but still, we set an all-time record on flights. And on this day in 1976, the movie Rocky was released. Philly area elementary students are going to run the steps at the Philly Museum of Art today to recreate one of the movie's iconic scenes. Part of Rocky Fest includes the unveiling of a mural, movie marathons, and look-alike contests. A tour will go past sites that include the market where Rocky trained and the gym. No actors from the movies are expected to appear, but Rocky Fest in Philly runs through Sunday. I'm just glad they're getting the kids out of school and letting them run the steps.
No kidding.
We need to get them more physical activity anyway, so they'll be doing that today, kicking off Rocky Fest. Cat Country News Time is 6:45. Sports and weather next.
In sports, at the start of the NBA season, LeBron James, who's 40 now, says he wants to play in all 82 games this season. But yesterday, his coach says, well, that might not be the case since LeBron is 0 for 19 on three-pointers in his last 4 games.
Really?
He played game 1,800 on Monday night of his career, counting playoffs and regular season, and that passes Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So LeBron might be getting some bench time.
Wow. Nice day today, 51. Sunshine, shouldn't be any problems out there. Cool off a little bit tomorrow and Thursday, 43 Wednesday, 49 Thursday. Friday and Saturday, we're back into the 50s again, so that's pretty nice for this time of year. 39 out there, a lot warmer than yesterday morning this morning. And that's what's happening. Mark and Paul here together. Thanks for tuning into The Cat.
This holiday, give a gift as unique as your child's dreams. An iSave 529 plan. It's the perfect present for any future. Register by December 31st at iowa529contest.com for your chance to win an account contribution.